Welcome to ZenTen with Jackie Rose of Zentangle, and we are on day 3, and we're going to get right into it after we take our nice deep breath in and out. Start to relax and feel like you're just in the present moment. Let everything go, empty out your mind, and let's start with a pattern. So it doesn't matter where you start. You got your section here. You know where you're going to fill in, and because we penciled them off. So you can either start on this end or this end. I'm just going to start here so it looks like we're just continuing the spiral, but it really doesn't matter. So we're going to do the pattern poke leaf. A lot of you already know this pattern, and we're just going to draw 1, 2 stems. That's it. Just 2 stems. And then we'll put a little closure on that stem, a little T-like. And now we're going to come down and up and around. So I'm going to show you on scrap paper. For those of you who've never done this pattern before, you would just draw these 2 stems. I like to kind of put a little slightly bend to them, slightly curved. And then we just kind of give it a T. And now to draw that shape, we come down about here, and we come down, up, down, and up. Now, if you have trouble with this shape, right, the shape is just, it's different every time I do it. Now, what you can do, which I like to do a lot, is you can draw the pattern upside down and imagine you're drawing a heart. So that's really what this is. It's an upside down heart. So that's another way you can do it. So I'm going to continue on this way. And I'm going to holly bow my poke leaf. So what I'm doing is I'm drawing the stems, imagining it's going underneath, and I'm going to come out from the other end and draw that shape. Now you can do any shape you want. That kind of looks a little funny, but you know, everything happens the way it's supposed to. And well, you know what I'll do? I'll bring the stems here. That looks a little bit better. There we go. Remember to turn your tile as you go. Right? Now, if you don't like this shape, you can just do a poke root shape, which is, I'll show you on the scrap paper. So poke root is just your 2 lines, and then it's just a round shape rather than the heart or the spade. I call it like a spade. So I can't even do it there. But so that's, and then some people make up their own shape. And let's say you're attempting to do this for the first time, and you're trying to do this poke leaf shape, but it's coming out looking totally different. That's okay. Go with it. That's your shape. You know, I've had so many students who have done this pattern, and they've just created a whole new shape, and it looks fabulous. So it doesn't matter what it looks like. The goal of Zentangle is not to do exactly what the teacher is teaching, which is, if you've taken other art classes, that's a switch, a change. Zentangle is very different. So let's really relax, letting go of what it looks like, just focusing on the pattern. Paying attention to your own inner artist. Whatever you end up drawing is perfectly wonderful. And you can do this any way you like. Let's slow it down, focusing on each stroke. I'm actually going to come out of my spiral because I have the space. There's no rules ever in Zentangle that says you have to stay within the lines. Matter of fact, it's kind of encouraged. I love going out of the lines just a little bit because the pencil mark there so I meant to turn my phone off before I started this recording, but as usual, I forgot. So we're just drawing one line at a time. We're going nice and slow and relaxed. Letting go of the outcome. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Some of you are probably very tired of hearing me say the same thing over and over. But just like in any meditation class, you hear the same things over and over. Sometimes we just need to hear it as a reminder. So when you're done with this, we're then going to go and fill in the background. And we're going to fill that in two different ways. And of course, you're always free to put in whatever you want to do with it. So the first is when I see like a little space like this, I'm just going to color that in, darken it. But when I see a bigger space like this, I'm going to put in orbs. Little tiny orbs, or big orbs, and they can be all different sizes. The one thing I do like to do is make sure they're all connected, that they all touch. So that's what I'm suggesting today for this pattern. And again, if you have this intuition or this desire to do something totally different, pay attention to it. That's your inner artist trying to come out. Let her or him out. Zentangle is all about tapping into your own creativity, not thinking about it, just doing whatever feels right to you. Let the pen be Zen. Whatever happens, happens. So actually you can see I started coloring in bigger spots because my inner artist intuition comes out and says, all right, well, yeah, you did say little tiny, but I really actually feel like coloring this bigger spot in or space, so I'm going to. And I was mentioning this the other day in one of my Zentangle classes, live classes, that even though I plan and prepare for classes, when I start to teach, if my intuition pops in, and it usually does, and wants me to go in a different direction than I prepared for, I listen to that. So sometimes I might change up the pattern that I was going to teach that day. I might all of a sudden add something to it that I didn't prepare, because that's, I believe, Zentangle is an intuitive art form. Because it's meditative, it's a mindfulness. So it's all about being in the present moment. So at that present moment, if there's something that's popping up, pay attention to it. So a lot of times when I'm drawing Zentangle on my own, I don't really look at the title and say what would look good. what I say to myself is, what pattern do I feel like drawing right now? And that's my advice to you. If you're tangling on your own and you're not sure what pattern to tangle, just ask yourself, what do I feel like tangling right now? What do I feel like drawing? And then your inner artist will answer you. Now with this pattern today, or this week I should say, usually in the past I have prepared the entire tile and I would do each section separately. This week I didn't prepare it. I just said, I know I want to draw a spiral, so I'm just going to do that part first. And that's what I did. I didn't even know what was going to go in the spiral. I knew that I wanted that to be the string for you guys this week. So first I just drew the spiral. Then I looked at the spiral and I said, what pattern do I feel like drawing right now? And what popped in was Zentangle, and that's what we started with. So I really didn't think much about it, and that's really how Zentangle is meant to be. And the same with each other pattern that we did. When I was done with showing you how to do Zentangle, I then looked at the next section. I said, what should we do now? And then immediately Nekton came up, or Kiko. I get Kiko and Nekton mixed up. They're very similar patterns. And then today with Poke Leaf, I just felt like that's what should go in there. I didn't argue with my inner intuition. I didn't say, well, you know, maybe they've done Poke Leaf before. Maybe I've taught it before many times. But that's what Zentangle is. Zentangle is about doing the same patterns over and over, doing the same stroke over and over, and we just have fun watching what we can, or exploring what we can do with different patterns and different tiles. So I'm going to be quiet now so you can really enjoy the last few minutes that we have together today in total quiet. Let's go nice and slow. Let's slow it down. And please give this video a thumbs up. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you are not yet. And just relax and have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll see you tomorrow.